All right, let's talk tech next. I'm joined on Zoom by lead for Eyes of Africa, Henry Kobler. I want to start, Henry, with a project that seems very laudable, but has a lot of buts and question marks to it. President Akufo-Addo revealing that government plans to distribute smart tablets to 1.3 million senior high school students nationwide under the newly launched Ghana Smart Schools project. What you make of it, and is that what we need right now?
Brilliant idea, but I don't think that it's really one of the things that we really want to talk about, especially when we're struggling with the free SHS concept in itself and the how much we sort of spend. And I'm actually waiting for the values that's going to come out of this particular project. But again, there are quite a number of concerns that's sort of raising. We're looking at, the cost, inflation cost. We've seen this being done where we had RLG coming, with some level of project where government was sort of sponsoring and all of that. We've seen that come to play and how it sort of ended. We've seen how usually this project gets into sole source. And so I'm sort of going to look at how the procurement processes are going to be. Again, the sustainability of this project is very important. We're looking at how this project could transcend just beyond just the political landscape where it gets to the election year. So there are quite a lot of promises that sort of comes in and all of that. Again, for me, the recurring cost is very important for me. How we're going to take care of the recurring costs that's sort of going to come in. You're having applications that are going to sit on these tablets. We're looking at who is going to sponsor them, how is government going to aid the production of the content that is going to sit on these materials. Again, for me, cybersecurity and monitoring is very important. We're having almost about 1.3 million students on these platforms. Who is monitoring their progress? What kind of data is being gathered about them and their curriculums as well? Just to be very important for me. Again, we're also looking at how accessible is going to be the curriculum that is sort of going to run this and the assessment that is going to be generally nationwide to be able to ascertain how students are sort of faring with the curriculum that is going to sit on it. My concern major again is teacher training and the consistency that is going to come in. Trust me, IT runs so fast. I don't know how the training of some of these teachers is going to be able to teach these children how to sort of handle these gadgets and be able to make use of the content that sits on it. And again, how are we preparing the universities to sort of handle these students that are being trained? We're not just giving them tablets, you're now trying to get them to be more tech savvy. Our universities and the curriculums that sits there going to be able to fit when these children get out of school, I think is very important. And major of it is the job factor. If we're training these people to be able to be tech savvy, how is our job market also preparing itself to be able to grab these children out of school? So it's quite a number of issues that has to be discussed and blown up and not necessarily just going through giving tablets to students. There are quite a lot of things that we sort of need to look at. But again, right. I think that the conversation can start with this, but I'm just only waiting for the numbers that's going to come out of this project.
All right, we have 45 seconds. Your take on this next headline that we are following, Cabinet giving approval for the establishment of a shared neutral 4G and 5G network for all telecom operators in the country. That sounds good. Apparently, there's not going to be an auction.
Very good. We've had quite a number of telecommunication private sector pointers coming to trying to set up. We've seen busy internet, we've seen Selfline and all of those things. People have been trying to get into this space and get out of the whole competition or monopoly that sits with them. And so I think as long overdue, we're going to look at how it's going to play out. I'm hoping that quite a number of private businesses are going to jump onto this and have the shared responsibility which comes in. Generally, I think that it will help us go forward and also drive, pushing the proper drive with the digitalization we seek to achieve.
You're really good with sticking with time. Thank you so much, Henry Kobler, there, a lead for Eyes of Africa.